Monday run down. Man, what a week it has been. We got one episode last week. It was the Monday rundown. Your boy Ruck is back in the building after an incredible week. A lot of travel, a lot of different things going on. But listen, I'm back. We back. And what a week it was in the world of Tennessee athletics. We're talking all things baseball, but we're going to spend most of the time here on this football team and our draft picks, man, the potential of where they're going. And then we got to talk about the sorry. I mean, the most sorry NFL draft by the Tennessee Titans I have ever seen. Y'all know that I haven't talked about the Titans on this show a lot at all in the last year. And it looks like I'm not going to be talking about them again. Pathetic, horrendous, catastrophic, whatever word you want to use to describe how bad it was. We've already thunk it. You've already thunk it. And I guess it's just time to face our anger, I guess, and just talk about it on Straight Up Tennessee, man. You already know what it is. Your boy Ruck in the building, flying solo today. I'll tell you why in just a second. But it's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. It's the Monday rundown. Let's get it.
To Northander, sets the race onto the field. The Bidens will be boring the giant team that stretches from that north end ground on a cold day, becoming Glendale as the big orange sets the race on the Shield Bucket Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee. Your boy Ruck in the building today, man. It's the top of the show. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification right now if you're watching on YouTube so you never miss a show. We are on our way to 550 subscribers. We close, but we got to keep cooking. Go ahead and tell your granny, your granny's granny, your auntie, cousin, whoever it is, get them on Straight Up Tennessee. Best place to be. If you want to hang out with two cats who absolutely love Tennessee sports. I wouldn't say we're the best place to go when it comes to information, but man, I'll tell you, it's a fun place to come when you need some information on your favorite team, all the way from the Vols to the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's a little sore subject right now because the Grizzlies absolutely got obliterated in Game 6. A lot of things I don't want to talk about that I'm going to talk about today. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, man, we're glad you're rocking with us as well. Continue to rate this thing 5 stars. Give us a review. Let the world know why they need to listen to Straight Up Tennessee, man. This week is going to be fun, bro. Starting at the top of the show, top of the week, Monday rundown. I'm running solo. Should be back in full force on Wednesday for our midweek chat. I think we're going to go live Wednesday night. Me and the boy Turn, but Turn will not be with me today, as you have seen already. He and his family are on vacation at Disney. Gonna be a really cool thing to talk about and chop it up with him on Wednesday. Just see how much fun they had, tips and tricks, all of those things. But that is why Turn is not on. Try to get the boy C2 on today, but he has some prior plans, and so your boy is flying solo. What a crazy week it was last week, man. I mean, we started the week excited for the draft, excited to see what the Titans were going to do, excited to see where all of our volunteers went. I can't wait to talk about that in part 2 of today, but we're going to start talking about this baseball team and the Memphis Grizzlies. So, wow, the baseball team. Amazing at the turnaround, right? It was just a little over a week and a half ago that Tennessee was sitting at, I think, 26-14, not playing great at all. Obviously still a winning record, but losing to Tennessee Tech, losing to all of these teams that we should be absolutely crushing. Then they get Vanderbilt at a home series, beat them all 3 games. Then they transition and continue to win over the last week and a half as well. And now that I believe that they are on a 7-game winning streak. Been a lot of up and down still. I feel like in the pitching category, I think that the rotation has not shrunk, but it's been steady. I think that there's still a lot of guys that are still continuing to fill out how Tony V wants to not necessarily have the rotation in the words I'm saying, but I think that they are finally playing together as one. They started off the year pretty hot. I mean, yes, you lose the Grand Canyon, you lose another one early, but they did start off pretty well. They had a terrible stat. I believe Turner talked about it a couple weeks ago. It might have been last week on the Monday rundown, though. It's that Tennessee was positive in wins at home, but on the road, I think they were just like, I don't think they had a losing record on the road, and that's just pitiful. In the SEC, it's hard to win in football, but I mean, in baseball, it's just as hard when you've got a team in South Carolina who's playing well. You got a team in Mississippi State and LSU and Vanderbilt. All of these teams have now hit this place of sustainability, and they're all good. So the stat that I wanted to read, though, Tennessee baseball is currently on a 7-game winning streak. That is 2 conference sweeps. The Vols have also outscored their opponents 83-27 in those 7 games. That is a 56-run difference. They're kicking butt right now. And you already know people hating. Like, people are hating that they're playing so well right now. I hope this is not something that gets us to where we want to go and then we fumble it, right? I hope that they just continue to stride. And once we get into SEC tournament and hopefully NCAA and we move on, man, we continue this fight. It's a fight right now because the SEC is loaded with, like I told you earlier, with South Carolina and Mississippi State, LSU, Vanderbilt. I mean, there's a lot of great teams in the SEC in the baseball world of things right now. And so if we can continue to stay hot, I would love to see what happens in the next 2 weeks. I think we've only got 12-ish games left. So we don't have a lot of time to continue to build this momentum as the season ends. So been really, really encouraged, but it's not over. So we got to keep fighting. So want to talk a little bit, man, about the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, man, if you follow me on Instagram, it's AJ Rucker _. You saw this weekend, I posted a video of oh, man. Here's the dilemma. Okay, let me say it like this. I'm the biggest LeBron James fan you might ever meet. I've known LeBron and followed LeBron since St. Vincent St. Mary's. When he got his car took, he bought a car for his mother that got repoed because they said that he bought the car with illegal money, yada, 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 yada. Been with LeBron since Cleveland Heat, back to Cleveland, now to LA. I love LeBron James, but I am a Memphis Grizzlies basketball fan. I love Ja Morant. I love the Grizzlies. I lived in Memphis for almost 2 years. And when you live in Memphis, I don't know what it is, but when you live there, you just get you just have to love the Grizzlies. If you go to Memphis and you're like, I'm a LA fan, you might get shot. I mean, I'm just playing. You really won't. But if you are not, like, it's just the culture they built, right? You get down there on a game or you go to work somewhere in Memphis, all people talk about is the Grizzlies. Hey, you going to the Grizz game? Oh, you're a Grizzlies fan. And it's just this excitement and the real grindhouse that Memphis has created. They have really infused themselves, not just as a great basketball team, but Memphis has become this basketball city who supports the Grizzlies well. And living there, it was easy to become a fan. And I love Ja Morant, love what Taylor Jenkins is doing as the head coach, love Dylan Brooks. Some people don't. I'll explain in a minute. Love Jaren Jackson. I think the downfall in this year was a little bit too much talking from Ja and Dylan Brooks. We've got to mature. I think that this Grizzlies team has a lot of potential to be fine in the West, as John Morant says. But I think we've been humbled by LeBron. And I think that it showed us that we're not ready yet. I did not think, and I hate that I'm even saying this out loud on Straight Up Tennessee today, but I did not think that we would beat the Lakers. It didn't matter if we played them 5, 6, 7, 8 games. I didn't think we would beat them in a playoff series. I'm sorry, I had to take a drink. My throat's a little dry. But I didn't think we would win, and we didn't. And when John Morant got hurt early, obviously he was already playing injured with the hand, re-injures it, maybe even injures it worse. We don't even know. They haven't really said much about it. I'd be shocked if he doesn't have surgery. I think it's some ligament damage. He played through it, which props to Ja. I think there was no way he wasn't going to play through it. It's a playoffs. It's round one. It's the king in LeBron James. It's the Lakers staples and all of that, right? The lights are too bright for him to sit down and just hope we can get past them without him. And he hurts himself more. Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, guys that we need minutes from in the playoffs. Luke Kennard goes down in game 5, hurts his shoulder late in the game. Can't play game 6. What do we lose when Luke doesn't play? We miss that 3-point threat off the bench. We miss energy. We miss the defensive presence that Luke brings. He's long, lanky, can defend at the 3-ball level, and we missed that. Obviously, I mean, you saw D'Angelo Russell played like the D'Lo we remember, at least the one I remember. I haven't seen D'Lo play like he did against the Lakers against the Grizzlies in game 6. Like, he played like he was still at Ohio State, and it killed us, man. I'm not even going to tell you the score. It was a lot to a little. The Grizzlies losing game 6 of the NBA playoffs. And now it's time for the offseason. What do we do? Do we rebuild? Do we send some guys off? Do we stay with what we have? You know, there are a lot of contracts that can either be renegotiated right now. They can be picked up. There's some trade clauses. There's some things that can happen. I don't know what we do here. I don't know what makes sense. Is this the team that's going to get us to round 2 and 3 and to the NBA Finals? I don't think so. I don't think this team has enough yet. Now, Brandon Clark injured and Steven Adams getting hurt really hurt us. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. It's hard to say. But what I will say is Dillon Brooks has to find his place soon, or he will not be in Memphis. And I think that, you know, he got fined, I believe on Sunday, $25,000 for not meeting with the media after the game 6 loss. He was running from confrontation, and you can't be the catalyst for confrontation and run from it. That's called a coward. And that's exactly how he acted. And it's childish. It's immature. I think, you know, I like D Brooks's game. He's a defender. He can score the 3-ball. I wouldn't say that he's a 3-level scorer by any means, but I do think that what he brings to the table is what is needed in that starting lineup. But the thing that he does bring to the table is a little bit too much mouth. I think that it's okay to talk trash. That's what I mean. You got to talk crap. You got to talk trash, man. Like, it's fun, but it also creates this image like y'all better be scared. But I think that Dillon Brooks may have approached it in the wrong way. And that is why everybody in the entire NBA, I think, hates him. And I hate that for him because I know, like, he's just talking trash. I mean, it's normal. It's normal to talk trash. Draymond Green built a career out of talking trash. Michael Jordan built his career. He talked trash. Go watch The Last Dance. People said Mike talked crazy. Kobe talked crazy. And what's the difference in those two guys and Dillon Brooks? Obviously, they are legends, but their play backed up the way they spoke to and directly about whatever they were talking about. And I don't think Dillon Brooks can say that, right? He ain't on no Michael Jordan or no Kobe level. Heck, is he even on Draymond's level? I mean, and that's gonna ruffle some feathers with people that watch the show. But I think Dylan Brooks has to get to a place where he humbles himself and understands that Dylan, bro, like you can hoop. You a hooper. You're in the NBA for a reason, right? But at the same time, bro, you got to find this medium where your talk not only backs your play up, but that your talk is accurate. Like just saying, like LeBron James, he's old. We're gonna knock him out. I mean, when he said that, I'm thinking in my head, man, what in the heck is he talking about? Why did he do that? And LeBron didn't even have a great game once in this series, but he made those around him better. And the Grizzlies go home in round one of the NBA play. Oh, so it's off season time. Like I said, I'm interested to see what Memphis does or if we do anything. Man, before we head into part two of the show, back on the back stretch of everything, man, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. We got to thank our sponsor in Whitehead Auto Sales, man. Whitehead Auto Sales continues to do great things in the Knoxville and Maryville areas. They are number one in Maryville currently in used car sales. They have moved to South Knoxville and have been non-stop. Hit up Nick, hit up Andy, or just go to whiteheadautosales.com for more information on how you can go off in the car of your dreams. The 2023 NFL Draft has conceded and concluded. There are I can't remember who Mr. Irrelevant is. I just went blank. I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know. It was somebody I didn't know. Either way, the NFL draft has concluded. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Vols drafted. I got a lot of things to talk about as far as who was drafted, who was going where, potential of these guys that got drafted. And then obviously, man, I'm excited to see the undrafted free agents. I think that undrafted free agents have this chip on their shoulders like you weren't good enough to get drafted. And that is just not the case. I think that there's 256 draft picks, right? That's just not enough for how good some of these kids are that just don't get as much opportunity or don't have enough film over the body of work they were in college. But these guys are studs who are going to be great pros. And so I'm so happy for the Princeton fans and the Jeremy Bankses and the Jerome Carvins of the world who got picked up by teams on other rosters. And so we're going to talk about that right now. Super excited. Let me get another drink real quick, y'all. My throat. Jesus. All right. Feels great. All right. So obviously, Darnell Wright, man, goes number 10 to the Chicago Bears. Darnell was a 4-year starter at Tennessee. And I think that what happened with Darnell was, the rumor was that Hyatt and Hendon Hooker potentially had the shot at going in the first round. As the first round developed, after the first 10 picks, I was like, there's no way. I just didn't see where another quarterback would get drafted in the first round. I didn't see where it made sense for Jalen Hyatt to go after Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jordan Addison go later in the first round. I was like, there's no way they're going to pick Jalen here. And that's exactly what happened. But Darnell Wright goes number 10 to the Chicago Bears. What a great pickup for them. Now Darnell's going to be able to block for Justin Fields. The Bears had a great draft. Man, they got some guys. They already had guys there. But now they are solidifying and trying to find a way to protect Justin Fields, who was sacked 50-something times last year. Unbelievable. And just excited to see how Darnell does. I mean, he didn't give up a sack all year last year for Hendon Hooker. And I think he looks to continue that same thing. Hendon Hooker gets drafted in the third round, number 68 overall, to the Detroit Lions. Like I said, they had Hendon in a first round. But when Will Levis didn't go in the first round, which, Lord have mercy, the Tennessee Titans. They traded up to get Will Levis. What, like, and we ain't gonna talk about them right now. We're talking about Hendo. You hear what I'm talking about? So Hendon's going to Detroit with Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. Wow. Jamison Williams. Yes, he got in trouble. We'll see what happens and what ends up happening with him. But wow, what a connection that could be. Jahmyr Gibbs and Hendo. Boy, boy, boy. I can't say that I'm not a Detroit fan, but I'm gonna be following Hendo. That's amazing. Then 5 picks later, Jalen Hyatt goes in the 3rd round, number 73 overall, to the New York Giants. They needed Hyatt. I think when they let go of Kadarius Toney last year to the Chiefs, and then goodness gracious, you saw what he did. He freaking helped massively in the Chiefs winning that world championship last year. They needed another speedy guy. At first, I didn't understand. I was like, why New York? But I started to think Tony's gone. Sterling Shepard, you just never know. I know that he was great while he was there and doing great things while he was in the system. But the Giants are on the come up. Saquon, Daniel Jones. There's a lot of pieces that they have. They got in the playoffs last year, won in the 1st round. They have an opportunity to just get better. And Jalen Hyatt has an opportunity to play quickly. So he's exactly what the Giants needed, I feel like. Cedric Tillman then goes right after him at number 74 in the 3rd round to the Cleveland Browns. I think that he is going to be the ideal possession receiver in the league. Like, he's 6'3", what is he, 215, 220 or something like that, right? Like, I think Cedric Tillman has the perfect body for the NFL. How long, though? Right? How long will he play in the league? Obviously he had a tightrope surgery on his ankle. That stuff is going to heal. And he's probably 100% at this point. But it is something to think about with that size and his stature and how hard he plays. How long can Cedric Tillman actually play at a high level in the NFL? I'm thinking somewhere between 8 to 10 years. That's a great career. I know a lot of people are like, man, no, he's 15. No, I mean, bro, you're going to make more money in 5 years playing in the NFL than you would anywhere. Like, get a great financial advisor, get paid, play the game you love, play it until you legitimately are just unable to, and get up out of there. And I think with Cedric Tillman, he plays so explosively on the outside. He's going to be going up against great corners in the NFL. I think he's got 8 to 10 really, really good years in the NFL. That's just what I think. But excited for him. He goes number 74 to the Cleveland Browns. And then the boy BY goes in the 3rd round, number 77 overall. So 3 picks after Cedric Tillman. He goes to the LA Rams. What a story. What a story. He goes from working in a Dollar General to going to a military college and then transferring into Tennessee and turned into one of the best defensive linemen in Tennessee history. A lot of his stature and his speed is crazy because he's going to be able to learn and develop under what Aaron Donald has done in LA for so long. And some people say they remind him of Aaron Donald, but also like Von Miller. I think Byron Young is going to have an incredible NFL career. And I think it's because of what he's come from. The opportunities that he's walking into is not just a dream that he's living in now, but I think it's a purpose that he is operating in. And he is going to be able to truly share his story with the kids in LA. He's going to be able to go out there, work his tail off. You already know he's a workhorse, but now to have the opportunity to actually play the game you love and be a millionaire while doing it. Shout out to you, Byron Young. What an amazing story. And forever, all of these guys, man, are VFLs for sure. Princeton Fant, Jerome Carvin, Jeremy Banks, and Paxton Brooks, all 4 of them get picked up as undrafted free agents. Princeton Fant has gone to the Dallas Cowboys. Jerome Carvin is at the Kansas City Chiefs. What a great pickup, right? I think the Chiefs have fallen in love with Tennessee offensive linemen because they've seen how much of a monster Trey Smith was. They pick They pick up Jerome Carvin as an undrafted free agent. Jeremy Banks heads down to Tampa Bay, Florida, to be a part of the Buccaneers organization. And then Paxton Brooks, the punter, heads to the Indianapolis Colts, where he will get his opportunity to see if he can earn a spot during his rookie camp. So, man, 9 guys get on an NFL team. Who would have thought? Like, who would have thought, man? Like, what an amazing, amazing thing that Josh Heupel is building. You know, there was something that came out this weekend as well. This past weekend, they were saying out of the top 100 picks, they broke it down by team. Alabama was number 1 with 7 of the top 100 picks. The only other team to have 5 was the Tennessee Volunteers at number 2. So you had Alabama have 7 of the first 100, then Tennessee had 5 of the first 100. That's recruiting. That is recruiting right there. That is how you get people into your university right there. That's recruiting. People see, oh, they're getting guys to the league. Sure, I want to go to Tennessee, even if you didn't want to. Now you do. And what it is going to do, it is setting Josh Heupel up for an amazing recruiting cycle in 2023 and 24. Obviously, they're still recruiting this year for 24. And then 2025, the class is not even shaping out all the way yet. The potential is there. And obviously, Josh Heupel's getting guys to the league, man. I don't care what y'all say. Darnell Wright, yeah, sure. He was picked up by Jeremy Pruitt. Great. Jeremy Banks, Pruitt. Great. Cedric Tillman, Pruitt. Great. Who developed them to get to this next level, though? It wasn't Jeremy Pruitt. I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was Josh Heupel. And crazy thing about Jeremy Pruitt, let me say this. Jeremy Pruitt is a defensive analyst for the New York Giants, correct? Pretty sure that's exactly what it is. You know what? I'm going to look it up to make sure. Let's see. Yep. Jeremy Pruitt is, see, let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure he is a defensive analyst for the New York Giants. Oh, well, he actually went to the NFL to serve as a defensive assistant a couple years ago, and then he got fired. But I don't know. Maybe he is still there. I can't tell. I'm reading a lot of different things that are mixed. He could still be there. He could not. But anyways, here's what I want to tell you that I had a realization of. The New York Giants select Jalen Hyatt at pick number, what was it, 74 or 73 in the 3rd round. The New York Giants also select in the 5th round running back from, I'm not going to say where he's from, because where he's from is from the University of Tennessee, transferred to Oklahoma. They pick up Eric Gray in the 5th round. If Pruitt is indeed still there, is it a coincidence that Jalen Hyatt, who he recruited to the University of Tennessee, and Eric Gray, who he recruited with McDonald's bags to the University of Tennessee, is it a coincidence that they both go to New York? Food for thought. I'm just saying. I thought about that. I was like, man, I'm pretty sure Pruitt has something to do with New York. And then Hyatt and Eric Gray both get picked into, like, I don't know. It can't just be like, oh, by happenstance. Like, oh, yeah. Nah. Somebody got some info. But, yeah, I'm excited. It just makes me happy, man. Like, the future is so bright for Tennessee. And with Josh Heupel at the helm, Tennessee has potential to continue this success in the draft, continue this success in the SEC, and continue this success in the recruiting realm, man. I think I know Josh Heupel is the guy, and we just got to bear with him. I think that there's a very great potential that this year could be down. It could. Who knows? Or it could be just as good or better. But that is the up and down thing with football. And I think that we have to just stay the course with him and let him work, man. But last thing I just want to say and I'm going to try not to spend too much time on this because I've been just real frustrated by it. What were the Titans thinking? I've been trying to find the right words to say. I've been trying to find, how do you trade up for Will Levis? We traded up for Will Levis. Will Levis would have been around second, third round. Nobody wanted that brother. But the Titans traded up to get him. Did they watch any of his film? Did they watch what he did back-to-back years against the Vols? Pick 6 to Alante Taylor. Pick Jawan Mitchell. Pick Danico Slaughter. Pick Brandon Turnage. Sack. I don't care if you hurt. Don't play. Right? Like, if you want to blame the way that you playing because you hurt, don't play. Because then people won't have no reason to judge you. But, bro, from what I have seen, this man garbage. All you got to do is watch him play Tennessee. I don't care what he's done against Florida. I don't care. We traded up. We traded up to get Will Levis. This is either going to be the biggest laughingstock in the next 5 years of drafts, or it could return dividends. In my opinion, I've seen the boy play for years, y'all. I've seen Will Levis play. There's nothing in me that makes me think he's just going to somehow go get better. You know, I got to say this right now. Anthony Richardson goes number 4 to the Colts. Okay? If you didn't watch the draft, first 4 picks, you had Bryce Young, you had CJ Stroud. At number 3, Houston traded up, which is what I thought Tennessee was going to do. But at that time, Houston got Stroud at 2, so it was like, well, it don't make sense for the Titans to trade up, so they didn't. But then Houston gets picked 3 and gets Will Anderson Jr., and then the Colts draft Richardson at 4. If Anthony Richardson, the same Anthony Richardson I saw play last year, sure, he had 400 yards against Tennessee, but he was 25 of 44. He was almost 50% completions. That's terrible. The same Anthony Richardson I've seen. Yeah, I don't care how fast and how athletic he is. That's amazing. That's cute. But if the NFL draft is becoming based on potential, then Joe Milton should go number 1 next year. We're talking about potential and stature. Joe Milton has all of the things that the NFL seems as if they are wanting on their roster. Joe Milton has that, right? He has it now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He does. He's got it now. So if we're saying Anthony Richardson can go number 4, why can't Joe Milton go top 5? Joe Milton going top 5. If that is what the NFL draft is based on now, Joe Milton is going top 5 in the 2024 NFL draft, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I still just can't get it out of my mind that the Titans traded up and drafted Will freaking Levis. I think we're in a full-blown rebuild, and I've already told my boys in my Titans group text and all of that, I'm done. I am officially going back to being a Carolina fan. I was a Carolina fan strictly because I love Cam Newton back in the day. Love Cam since he left Auburn, and I was a Panthers fan while he was there forever. Super Bowl lost to the Broncos. Damn, I was crying. Yep, I was down bad. I was like 18 and 19, 20 at the time. I was a baby. I was tired, and I was upset. And so now we got another quarterback to cheer for him. Bryce Young, yeah, he went to Alabama. Don't care. Might go back to being a Panthers fan at this point. It might be called Straight Up Panthers. We're going to start a Straight Up Panthers channel or something because the Titans are done. And somebody prove me otherwise. But y'all already know, man, it's been a great show, man. The Monday Rundown. Your boy ran solo today, man. I hope everybody has a great week. We will be back Wednesday, midweek chat. We back on our regular schedule, man. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Man, we'll see you back on Wednesday for Gas or Trash Wednesday, but also the midweek chat, where we'll catch you up on everything to speed from today until Wednesday, man. And we might just chop it up and just, while football season's down and basketball season's down, we got baseball, but while we're in this kind of down season, we'll just kind of chop it up, man, and have a good time together on here. We'll go live, I think, Wednesday night. It's going to be fun. So y'all get ready. Hop on. I think we'll be 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern. And yeah, man, been a great show. It's been the Monday Rundown. Your boy Ruck. Like, comment, subscribe. Cannot wait to be back with you guys on Wednesday. But until then, you already know what it is, man. It is straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you back Wednesday. Let's get it.